Hey folks, how you doing today? My name is Rob, and if you're watching this video right now, you Googled something about what's better for retirement, CDs or annuities, and I'll tell you what. In essence, it comes down to what you're looking to accomplish. Okay, and I'll try to keep this video very brief because it could go on for hours. A CD is a certificate of deposit. It's issued through a bank and usually it's issued anywhere from 6 months to up to 5 years. But most people use it as a short-term vehicle to kind of to park money. They may be using it to they may want to use that money for something else. It's money that they somehow came into. I don't know if it was a bonus from work or if it came from somewhere else. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is they might be saying, hey, you know what? I want to take this $100,000 and use it towards a vacation home to build or to go on vacation or whatever, but I'm not quite ready to do that. I don't want to park my money in a checking or savings account getting maybe 1% or whatever. So they put it in a CD, okay? And nothing wrong with that. They're going to get, their 3.5%, 4%. Right now, it's just actually reading through bankrate.com. I think CDs right now are at a high of like 4.2%, give or take, depending on the bank, okay? But here's the thing, a CD really isn't, um, I don't know how to say this, in my opinion, designed to solely retire on. I think it should be a part of your plan, but it's not something you should just rely on just uniquely and that's it. Again, CDs are great. They're considered very safe investments. Again, issued through a bank. You're going to be there. You're going to have them there for a specific time. At the end, though, however, let's say it's 1 year CD, you're going to pay interest on that CD. Okay, so it is what it is. Whereas an annuity is a contract between you and an insurance company, kind of a big difference. And annuities are considered also pretty safe investments as well. And a lot of times people look at fixed annuities. They look at now annuities come in different flavors, come in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year. But most people go for a 3 year annuity, fixed annuity, where they're going to get a predetermined interest rate. So let's say it's 6%. All right, I'm just throwing that out there because the market's pretty good right now. It's pretty generous. So let's say you put in 100,000. All right. You and for year one, at the end of year one, you were credited 6%, which 6% of 100,000 is 6,000. So now it's 106,000. Here's the difference between an annuity and a CD. Annuities, they have the power of compounding and they accrue tax deferred. So year two, that 106,000, now you're getting 6% not of 100,000 but of 106,000. So now that's 112,000 and some change. Big difference from a CD. Then you get into year three. In year three, 6% of 112 and some change, then you're up to 118 or more. My math is off, but you kind of get the hint there, right? And taxes are deferred, excuse me, while your money accrued. So with that being said, at the end, you can do a couple of things when you decide to either annuitize or you decide to start taking payments. You just pay the taxes on the interest that you accrued during that time period. Which again, compounding is huge. And if you're looking to use a vehicle for retirement, a CD I don't think is the best versus an annuity. Especially if you have like a 10-year annuity, it's going to accrue and grow tax deferred much larger than a CD ever could, hands down, bar none. And if we get into equity indexed annuities, which is a whole nother ball of wax, but bottom line is an equity indexed annuity, you get all of the upside of the market and none of the downside. In other words, typically with equity indexed annuities, your floor is 3%. In other words, that's the least you can earn. However, if the market does well, and typically most equity indexed annuities are tied to the S&P 500. So if the S&P 500 does well, you're going to do well. And you get something called a participation rate, which I won't get into because that just gets even more dicey to try to explain in a quick video. I don't, right now you're just trying to learn a couple of different things about it, I would think. But, bottom line is an equity index annuity can be a great investment tool to add to your portfolio. Obviously, I think if you have the money for annuities, you probably also have money for stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, which I think would make you very well diversified. But make the equity index annuity kind of your safety net, um, better than I think, in my opinion, a CD. It's just how I think, how I see things, and how I've been educated on things as an insurance agent. And I try to look at everything. And you know what? Maybe make a CD, an equity index annuity, fixed annuity, all part of your portfolio, which is what I would do if you ask me. So that being said, gosh, I don't want to go ad nauseum. I think what would be better is hit me up with questions, okay? And you can either go down below, scroll down below, you'll see my uh, email address. You can always hit me up there, or you can text me questions too, or call me. I'm fine. You can hit me up at all hours, which I'd prefer not because I'm East Coast time. But yeah, I'm always here to help out, and even if I can't do it, I can at least help you advise and who to go to, because I've been doing this 25 years and I know a lot of people in the industry. One thing I will tell you though is this, and please heed my advice. If you're, out scrolling around, and obviously you found me, so you found me on YouTube, you're looking for advice on this stuff, be wary of what you put into a website, because I can tell you right now, most websites are not insurance agents like myself. They just don't know how to do what I know how to do. So they rely on lead companies. Well, these lead companies will sell your information over and over and over and over and over again to 10 different agents, 20 different agents. Then once 6 or 8 months go by, it's considered an age lead, which means that now you get to your information. You're not a person anymore. You're a lead. You can get sold over and over and over and over again. Your information, that is. So you're going to get calls, non-stop. So I'm just trying to warn you. I actually had a client who, when he saw my video, he said, "Hey, you know what, Rob? I'm so glad you told me, because I was about to put my information in, and just don't." And he was talking about life insurance, by the way. And life insurance is way worse. You're going to get 50 agents calling you because everybody tries to do it, especially new people. They don't have the experience that I do to talk about annuities. And so now you're really going to get it. And I do life insurance too. But anyway, maybe this video is not for you, but maybe it might help somebody else, or maybe somebody that's looking for life insurance. Certainly pass my info along, and I'll help anybody. So any way that I can. That's how I like to build my practice: is build through relationships first, and then help other people. So anyway, take care, folks, and I hope you learned something from this. And like I said, text me or let me know, like, if there's other topics you want to know about, because I can start doing videos and writing content about it, which would be great. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thanks.